Welcome to the Trailvia channel, 8 quirky US state borders you won't believe exist. Hey there, map nerds and history buffs. It's your old pal Trailvia, back with another deep dive into geography. Today, we're talking about those squiggly lines that divide our nation's state borders. State borders have been decided by natural features, historic roots, land purchases, or politics. But state borders don't always crisscross the country in neat lines. So buckle up as we explore 8 state border irregularities in the US. From accidental enclaves to land swaps gone awry, these quirks reveal our nation's history. Our first stop takes us to the Pacific Northwest, where we encounter Point Roberts, Washington, a tiny sliver of America below the 49th parallel. Point Roberts isn't just any ordinary exclave. It earns the intriguing title of a Pene-Exclave. This community is only accessible by land through Canada.
Imagine crossing an international border just to grab groceries. That's life for the residents of Point Roberts.
Next up, we venture to the top of the nation, Minnesota's northwest angle. This geographic oddity, affectionately dubbed the Angle by locals, is a cartographic hiccup of epic proportions.
Today, the Angle is a haven for anglers. It's the walleye capital of the world, after all. Birdwatchers and anyone seeking solace in pristine wilderness.
Our border-hopping journey takes us next to the shores of Lake Erie, where we encounter the aptly named Lost Peninsula of Michigan. Ohio and Michigan had a bit of a disagreement over who got to claim the valuable port city of Toledo.
In the end, Michigan conceded Toledo to Ohio, but not without snagging a consolation prize, the Lost Peninsula, a sliver of land forever marooned in Ohio.
Now let's talk about a tale of 2 cities, Kansas City, Kansas and Kansas City, Missouri.
These twin cities, separated by the Missouri River and a state line, offer a fascinating glimpse into the complexities of urban development and, well, naming conventions.
And thus 2 Kansas cities were born.
Remember the 49th parallel? Well, it's back to cause more geographic mischief, this time in the form of Elm Point, Minnesota. This tiny nubbin of land jutting out from Manitoba, Canada, owes its existence to the whims of that infamous line of latitude. There's not much to see on Elm Point. No towns, no houses, just trees and the occasional surveyor marking the border. Our next border oddity takes us to Carter Lake, Iowa, a town with a unique distinction. It's the only Iowa city west of the Missouri River.
Well, we can thank the mighty Missouri River and its penchant for changing course. A legal battle ensued, and in the end, the Supreme Court sided with Iowa.
Our journey now takes us to the heart of New York Harbor, to Ellis Island, a symbol of American immigration and, as it turns out, a point of contention between 2 states.
While the iconic Main Building, where millions of immigrants took their first steps on American soil, sits firmly in New York, the island itself has a split personality. The Supreme Court, in a rare moment of agreement with New Jersey, ruled in their favor.
Our final border curiosity takes us to the banks of the Delaware River, where we encounter Finn's Point, Delaware, a piece of land with an unusual origin story.
It started with a generous Duke of York, who granted William Penn land west of the Delaware River, plus the river itself, to the New Jersey side. And that, my friends, is how you build a peninsula.
So, there you have it. 8 quirky US state borders that prove geography is anything but boring. These anomalies, shaped by history and nature, remind us that maps are never truly finished. From Point Roberts to Finn's Point, these borders conceal fascinating tales of human ambition and error. Until next time, keep exploring and questioning, keep those map lights burning bright, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Trailvia for more fascinating journeys through geography.